Yes. I can officially say this is the most rocks ever. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the penultimate episode of our speed build series, the Biosyn Recreation Reserve. In this episode we'll be building two enclosures. The first one will be for our lovely little herbivores that made an appearance in the movie, but they weren't that prominent, and that was the Nasutoceratops, the Sinoceratops, and the Stegosaurus. We have a viewing gallery in our guest section that we built previously. And we'll also have a tour of this valley over here where people can go. There will be forest. It's going to be very foresty. As you can see, I'm adding many trees. And then we will be building a Pyroraptor quarry, which first I thought would be Pyroraptor cliffs, but then I was like, okay, let's add these rocks over here because I like how rocky it looks, and then I regretted it dearly. Yes. Placing those rocks, I mean, it was it was awful, but I knew what I was going into, so I was like, okay, this is punishment for trying to be perfect. And then I was like, okay, this doesn't look like, like steep cliffs or something. There's so many rocks, so let's just call it a quarry and be fancy about it. Let's have this like name. I'm placing rocks around the entrance into the the park tour, and of course many other rocks as well. I'm placing the tiger rocks here. I was like, let's mix it up. Let's be extra. And let's use something else for a change. I like using this mossy grass through the tracks of the car, like where the car goes, because then it kind of blends with the other grass. And we're adding the smallest rocks. I'm all over the place because if you know me, you know that I like to jump from doing one thing to another, not to get bored easily. Because I am a very impatient person. Yes, we've been new, Tommy. Thank you for telling us again. And I'm placing these individually placeable trees now that they actually match the environment. Now I'm placing planters. As you can see, I'm all over the place. And I had just the right amount of space for the Jurassic Tour sign over there, which I was so happy about. And now I'm placing the trees again. They finally do correspond. So I was like, okay, let's have this very thick forest over here with many trees where dinosaurs can thrive. And if you want to see them up close, you need to take the car, you need to pay for the Jurassic Tour. Yes, this is a corporate environment. We have our prices set, and we only have one goal: to make money off of these dinosaurs, of these animals. No. On this channel, the only thing that we care about is inspiration, is creating something different, creating something else, and being all quirky about it, I guess. And this is the Pyroraptor. That was, by the way, that was an introduction to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Thank you for clicking on this video. And now we are building the Pyroraptor quarry, which I first thought would be called Pyroraptor Cliffs or Pyroraptor, I don't know what, because I felt that I was using so much of the black rock texture that I didn't use this one that much. So I wanted this part of the park, of the reserve, to be just this one. I will be using small touches, like very small clicks of the black rock over it, because I like to mix texture. That you can see me doing it right now. I like to mix different textures because it creates new textures. Well, yes, it creates combinations. It creates something new. Now I'm placing down the individually, again I said individually placeable fence. The invisible fence, and Yeah, I'm getting used to it. I'm still not quite over it, but I'm getting used to it. And I also feel the need to have the fence, even though it's just on the ground. I want to have it smooth. I want to have the fence flattened. If you have seen some of my previous videos, one thing that I'm deadly afraid of is crooked fences. And yeah, so with this individual fence, again, I'm doing it again. With this invisible fence, I am trying to at least smooth it out. It doesn't have to be like totally straight, but at least it should be smooth. It shouldn't, like have jumps on it. And this is where I started with the rocks, and this is where I started hating myself. No, that happened a long time ago. No, I don't hate myself, don't worry. I do love myself. I do appreciate myself. If you ever wondered, welcome to a therapy session with Thomas. It is important to love yourself. And that was some generic bull, whatever. Let's move on. And because everybody tells you that you should love yourself, and then it doesn't really work when people are down. Like you tell them you should love yourself, and they're like, oh yeah, of course. But it sometimes might help. So bottom line is, people, be nice to each other and care about other people's feelings. I never thought that I would be talking about this on a video of mine. But what else can you talk about while placing down rocks? I mean, like, this took the better part of building the enclosure. It was just these rocks. And I was like, I really wanted to have it rocky. I really wanted to have that, like that feeling of being very barren. Like the environment was very barren. And first I didn't even want to put shrubs in there, but then I was like, okay, it might be too barren. It might be too not really looking good. So then I started placing down the shrubs, and I loved it even more. First I wasn't sure, but then I was like, okay, yeah, this is a quarry that has been like left alone for quite some time, and now it's like overgrown with shrubs and overrun by the Pyroraptor. And now I'm placing the smallest rocks, and you might have caught my style, or like how I do things. Right now you can see that I really do like to be messy when I'm building. I like to like do one thing and then like stop and do another thing, then come back to the first thing, because as I already said, I do tend to get bored easily with stuff that's taking a long time. So this is the moment that I realized that I didn't have any place to put the goat feeders in, and I had to place them over there, and they created this awkward little hill, but luckily no one will ever see that, because it's just like it's behind the hill, and the guests should not see it. I was also not sure about placing these small trees over here, but then I decided that I love them in between those rocks, because it's like this small vegetation that's like trying to cling on to their life in between these rocks in this like rocky environment. So that's why I kind of went for it. But then like when I saw how it looked, it was I loved it. I just loved it. And now we're nearing the end of the speed build, and I will see you in capture mode. So we're here. This is the first enclosure that we built. These are the lovely Nasutoceratops. Yes. And you can see the viewing gallery. From the viewing gallery, you can see the animals, but you can also take the tour. This is a lovely Sinoceratops. And that was my phone. I'm sorry. We spooked him. My phone spooked the Sinoceratops. Please, phone, stop. And I do promise I always like put it on the silent mode, but I forgot. And these are the Stegosaurus over here. So we have three animals here: the Nasutoceratops, Sinoceratops, and the Stegosaurus. And I think that this is we have one more shot of this with a view at the hotels in the background, and these are the Pyroraptors. And I actually really am satisfied with how this enclosure turned out, because it still looks very rocky, it still looks very barren, but there's these small pine trees, and it's a whole different feeling. It's a whole another, like it's something else again, and that's what I specialize in. I try to do different enclosures every single time. I try to come up with something new, something that I haven't done before, and even if it's, even if it means that I have to put down so many freaking rocks, I just do it because I have this vision and I want it to look good. And with this, I will say my goodbyes. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching this video. My name is Tommy. If you liked the video, please like, comment, or share. And if you think that you will like my upcoming content, please do consider subscribing, because I have much more coming up. And now it's just till the next time. Thank you again. Have a great day, and I hope I'll see you here again. Bye-bye.